What's up guys, and welcome back. Now, while most other Australians have just finished their full-time jobs, their Monday to Fridays, and they're like, yeah, Friday, let's kick back, have a few beers and relax. Not me, no. I finished that job and then I go delivery driving. So I wanted to touch base on something. Recently, the economy's turned a little bit sour and south. And at the same time, Doordash has got an open schedule, so drivers can log in at any point. Now, I've been driving for Uber Eats recently, but this weekend, I don't have any good quests from them. So when Uber Eats doesn't have good quests, I drive for Doordash because it pays better. But with the raising cost of living right now across the country, people have less and less disposable income to spend because interest rates are going up, which means rent and mortgages are just becoming more and more expensive every single month. There's less for them to spend on luxuries like food delivery. So I want to see how much of an impact this is having. Now, December last year, I was earning about $40 an hour on a Friday night, on a good Friday night. But on the average, it was about $35 an hour. I'm going to go out there tonight. I'm going to accept most orders through. If something's disgustingly terrible, I'm not going to accept it, and I'll show you why. I'll screenshot it if one of them pops up. But the intent is to accept most of them because I need to see where the market's sitting right now on a Friday night. Friday night should be my prime earning hours for Doordash. So let's go and do some driving tonight. We're going to see how the market is compared to 1 year ago. Let's go. Okay, first order's in, $9.30, bit over 5 kilometers. I only logged in a minute ago, so this is promising. What I was worried about was downtime. What I'm hoping for is to try and earn over $35 an hour on average, because that gives me confidence that it's not too impacted. What I'm hoping doesn't happen is I get these huge wait times and I'm averaging like under $25 an hour. So let's hit this. Let's get this first delivery on the go. 2 minutes for that. Easy, bro. Easy. That's sorry about the wait. No, that's all good, man. That's Timmy's one, is it? Timmy D. Is there a drink with that?
There's a drink, yes.
Perfect timing. All coming together. Thanks, bro.
Thank you. Don't get fired.
Yeah, definitely not. That'd be a panic attack.
Yeah, have a good night.
You too, man. Hey, mate, how are you? Good, doing good. Copy that one and that one too. Have a good one. Enjoy. So third order I got to the Chinese restaurant and they said they haven't even started cooking yet. Could be 15, 20 minute at least wait for it. So I had to unassign it. So I'm going to sit around in the parking lot and wait for another order to come in. Hopefully I've made the right call here and it is busy and we get back-to-back orders because Jesus, this honestly sucks. Doordash, you need to fix your algorithm. You cannot send drivers there this early on the orders.
A few minutes later.
Okay, I've been dashing for 1 hour and I'm on $18.89. I haven't had an order for about 15 minutes. So I'm kind of wondering now, is like, should I have kept that Chinese restaurant order and then maybe it would be close to ready by now and I'd be out on the road again. But the thing is, I can't accept that because if it was $10 for that order, that would have put me on around $28. But that $10 for the order, that's a 5-minute drive there, 20-minute wait at the restaurant based on what they were saying. And then if I add on 10 minutes driving to the customer's place from there, if I extrapolate out that kind of order and say every single order is like that order, that means for 35 minutes, I've earned $10 across an hour. What are we looking at there? We're looking at just under $20 for an hour. When we add our cost of fuel from that, because fuel's about $2 a litre right now, I'll be running at like $11 an hour profit. Like that's a joke. I can't accept that. So I made the right call because I need to stick true to acceptance criteria. I can't wait around for 20 minutes plus at a restaurant for them to cook the food. It just doesn't make sense. But unfortunately, I have not had another order come through. So it is slow. Is it the economy? Is it because there's an open schedule? Let's stick around and try and figure this out. Just when I thought it was super bad and I'm just not getting enough orders coming through. I've got so much downtime. It's just not happening tonight. Now the app's crashing out. So I'm gonna have to do some forced restarts. That's when you go in the settings on your phone and then click on application management and you force stop the app. It kills everything on the app and then you reopen it again so you're going from fresh. So I'm gonna have to do that a couple of times and hopefully we get back in properly. Like at this point, I would be multi-apping right now, but because I'm just using Doordash because I want to compare against how it was a year ago. And a year ago, man, like I did not have app problems like this. These app problems only started a few months ago and they're just getting worse and worse. Oh, okay, yeah, they've paused my dash and I can't even log in. Are you kidding me? Oh, my current dash has been paused. No, your app doesn't even open, bro. Killing me. You are killing me. Even the cancel button doesn't work. thing's done. This thing's busted, bro. I'm back in at 6:52. That was about 15 minutes of app downtime. First order back 1740 for 24.6 kilometers. The drop off is really far out of zone. And it's a double as well. No, I can't take that. I just can't. Distance too far. Get fucked. That was bad. That was a bad order. Okay, just declined the Asian one and straight back in. We got a Coles one, $17.11, 10.4 kms. Yep, that's much better. Let's take that. Hang on a second. I literally just accepted a KFC order, and on accepting it, sent me straight back into looking for orders. It just dumped the order as soon as I accepted it. What the fuck? And 10 seconds later, it suddenly just puts me back on the order again. What the fuck's going on? Glitchy, bro, glitch. Bro, it is peak time on a Friday night at a KFC. So this order is high risk of a long wait. If I get there and the app's played up and it's like cancelled or doubled up the order of another dasher and it wastes my time, I'm gonna be furious. Furious, bro. What's the drive-through line like? That's gonna give us an idea of the wait. It's not the worst, but it's not the best. Okay, hopefully this is good. Okay, sweet. The foyer doesn't look too bad. Actually, no, it's horrible.
Hey, mate.
Hey. It's Doordash pick up for Caitlin.
Okay, no worries.
Thank you.
Hey, what was your delivery?
What's that?
Who are you picking up for?
Caitlin, that one that you're packing up there.
Awesome.
Thank you. Yeah, thanks. It's a good one. You too. Okay, so I've just finished up and I'm going to run through the numbers and then I'm going to run through what I think needs to happen. There needs to be a measured response from Doordash. So firstly, total earned was $86.10, which works out to $21.52 per hour. Now, going back a few months, it used to be $35 to $40 per hour, working these same hours on the same night. So huge difference, $10 to $15 plus per hour difference. So that's massive. So normally I'd be earning $120 to $160 across this time frame. Now $86.10. That is pathetic. But even worse, when I deduct out the fuel that I used, I was $25.75 in fuel, which brings us down to $60.35. I'll say it again, $60.35 for 4 hours of work. Which is $15.08 per hour. Absolutely horrible, and that's not sustainable at all. So now when it comes to the economy, there is definitely less orders, okay? Customers are drying up their discretionary spending. They don't have enough to spend on delivery food as a luxury anymore. Okay, that's apparent. That's happening. Rent's gone up too much or mortgages have gone up too much. And guess what? They're still gonna go up higher because interest rates still need to go up a hell of a lot more to start dragging inflation down. There's nothing we can do about that. But at the same time, open schedules for Doordash have a huge impact on this. So allowing more and more and more drivers to log in at the same time into the same zones, at the same time while customer orders are drying up, catastrophic. That is catastrophic. So Doordash needs to have a measured response to this. If customer orders are declining, we need to close that open schedule. We need to start restricting more and more the amount of drivers allowed to log into a zone at once. If you can't have this amount of dashes logged in at the same time when there's less and less orders, okay? It gives no one a fair chance or even a shot of making a livable wage. So Doordash needs to run some analytics on their part. They need to figure out, okay, how oversaturated are we in these areas so we can restrict it down so people go back to scheduling and booking in. So this measured response needs to come from Doordash. They need to turn around and say, we're going to close down the amount of drivers being able to log into zones at the same time. And if it comes down to people complaining about schedules again, saying, oh, I just can't get a schedule, I can't get enough hours, so be it. That's why you use multiple apps. But at least those that get in and book in and schedule in and get a spot in the zones will have a fighting chance of making a decent wage. That's the only way this can resolve. We need to restrict down zones, go back to scheduling. That way it matches the demand from the customer orders. We can't increase having more and more and more drivers coming in when customer orders are declining. It makes no sense. That is the fastest road to earning zero in this gig economy. It just needs to change. There's no ifs, no maybes. That needs to change immediately. $15 an hour, and guess what? I haven't even included wear and tear on the car on that one. So it's even lower in true cost. So has there been an impact from the economy and the open schedule? Absolutely there has, and it's a huge impact. We're talking like 40% decrease to earnings. Completely not acceptable, and it's below minimum wage now. And sure, I had 15 minutes of the app crashed out on me, but 15 minutes doesn't equate to this amount of difference from what I used to earn a few months ago to what I pulled in tonight. So that's my rant and rave. It's not there's too many new drivers signing up. It's not that. It's that the zones need to be restricted down to match the demand from customers to the amount of drivers allowed in at one given time. Because if the open schedule disappears, it doesn't matter how many drivers there are. It just comes down to who can get the schedules booked in at that point. Like normally I'm super like positive and super bright and bubbly, but tonight it was just proving a point. It's going downhill, and it's nothing that we're doing wrong as drivers, nothing at all. This is something that DoorDash needs to tighten up the screws on. If DoorDash has got a strategy and they're like, there's a reason we want an open schedule, well, it's not working for the drivers right now, and it's not working with the direction the economy is going. Drivers sign up and they try this and they're earning $15 an hour or $20 an hour. They're going to drop off. They're not going to stick around. Why would you? It's ridiculous. It's not even minimum wage. But that's about all for tonight, guys. Something needs to change. Until next time, peace out. God, that was my most aggressive peace out ever. That was not cool. Not cool at all. But you know what? I'm not in a good mood. So fair enough. That is what it is.